Good morning and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Ranger Wildtrak walk around video. But before we get stuck in, if you'd be kind enough to hit on the subscribe button, that would mean you will never miss a moment of the Perkins Garage's YouTube content ever again. This here is a Moondust Silver Ford Ranger Wildtrak featuring a 2-litre bi-turbo engine producing 215 PS of power. That 215 PS of power is then transmitted to all four wheels through a 10-speed automatic gearbox. We are registered on a 72 registration, meaning we're taking Ford warranty with us until September 2025. The vehicle itself is just over 9,000 miles, but like always, I'll get the exact number once we're on the dash in a moment. So sit pretty and let me walk you around this beautiful Moondust Silver Ranger. So the first thing we're going to do, like always, is begin at the near side front bumper. I present to you the remote central locking key in all of her beauty, and I click on the unlock button, and in turn that shall wake up the daytime running lamps. So they're not flashing in real life, they're just simply because the frequency in which my camera records at. So yeah, let me assure you, they just give you the ultimate visibility no matter the lighting condition. Inside there we have some beautiful LED headlights, and just below we have front fog lights, and we have parking sensors trailing all the way along that front lip of the bumper. This vehicle is fitted with a Wildtrak driver assistance pack, so that little dull bit at the bottom of the bumper there, that's a front facing radar responsible for things such as pre-collision assist, but we shall cover the driver assistance pack in its entirety once we're inside the cab in a moment. Moving ourselves round now, we can see the first beautiful 18-inch gloss black alloy wheel. I'm going to give you a good look at all four alloys today, and as you can see we have the Continental tyres fitted as standard, and just show you one of them, we have plenty of tread remaining on those. Drawing your attention north quickly, I'm just going to get back square to it, as we have some sensors. Leaves will be taken off after sale, don't worry. Unfortunately it's a beautiful autumn morning, so we're having a few leaves fall this morning. That is a sensor for the lights, so as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights will come on automatically. Further north we have a long one at the front there, that is a traffic speed sign recognition camera. This can be used in accordance to the intelligent speed limiter, so as you go past the differing speed sign, it shall change your limiter in accordance to the speed sign. Anywho, there's also a sensor to the right hand side for your rain sensing wipers, and also one there for your auto headlights. Back down to earth now. Yeah, let's lose the zoom, apologies about that. We have some beautiful magnetic grey coloured wing mirror covers. We have a bit, and that goes with the door handles as well, so it really aids with that two-tone colourway. So we have the magnetic roll hoop and the Moondust Silver. It looks beautiful. So I'm just going to lock the vehicle via the key, then put the key straight back into my pocket. I'm going to take you to half zoom. We have a bit of spec on the door handle here, which is keyless entry. So a tap behind the door handle unlocks the vehicle, and a tap on that little indent there will then lock the vehicle. So it's a very safe system, because if you unlock the vehicle after about 20 seconds, if you don't open the door, it will then lock again. If you're over a metre away, you can't touch the door handle, but then the system will not work also. We have heated door mirrors as well there, so they're going to defrost and clear of condensation nice and quickly in those damper, colder months. Taking a step back now, we can see the rear windows have actually got privacy glass installed to them as well. And further north we have silver painted aluminium roof rails, so if you require a roof box, that's nice and easy to achieve. So at this stage in the video I take a step back and try to demonstrate just how beautiful all of the body panels are. So we're at the offside rear of the vehicle now, and I'm just going to just gently rock the camera. Hopefully, there you go, it's just locked again because I didn't open the door. So hopefully this will demonstrate to you just how beautiful all the body panels are. And we can link that nicely to the offside rear wheel. Again, a beautiful gloss black alloy wheel. The Rangers actually come with rear drum brakes. They're ultra efficient and very low maintenance. They can last you a very long time before you've got to do anything with them. They are self-adjusting inside, so as they wear down, they self-adjust. Just behind there, a bit of a technician lesson this morning for everybody. There is the suspension, that bit there, metal there. That is a leaf spring suspension, meaning this has a large payload, so you can put over a ton in the back of here quite comfortably. I'm not going to get down later on my knees to show you. Out there is a full-size spare wheel with all the relevant tools and jacks included to change it on the side of the road. which is also locked as well, which I think is a very nice feature. So it's a locked spare wheel, so it's only going to be you getting into it. Coming around the rear of the vehicle now, we have rear parking sensors. They are complemented beautifully with a high definition reversing camera. This vehicle is fitted with a factory tow bar. It's on an unbrake trailer. By law it's 750 kilo towing capacity, but on a brake trailer that is up to 3.5 tons. We have a high definition reversing camera. It also works in accordance as a trailer assist, so as you're reversing up to your trailer, it gives you a nice black dotted line to let you know where you are in accordance to your trailer when you're hooking it up. Now at the near side, we're going to give it the exact same treatment as you did the offside. So I'm going to gently rock the camera back and forth, showing you one of those beautiful body panels. I'm a big fan of this Ranger in Moondust Silver with the gloss black wheels. It looks really nice. So now there is the near side rear wheel, so right hand rear, and we can follow that all the way down to the near side front wheel, like so. As you might have noticed, both sides have a side step, so for shorter people of the world it helps you get in or out of the vehicle. So I touched on it earlier, I'll just unlock the vehicle. This is an AdBlue system. So here a solution called AdBlue goes into it. So AdBlue basically is a solution that gets sprayed onto the exhaust gases to eliminate nitrous oxide, making it a nice clean burn. So this is a Euro 6.2 compliant vehicle and also a ULEZ compliant vehicle. Now I'm just going to clear a couple of leaves off of the mounting top roll cover before demonstrating it in all of her beauty. So on the remote central locking key, click twice, see the indicators flash, and that retracts the electronic mounting top roll cover. From there we can unlock the truck and that will pull down the tailgate section. As you can see, we have the hard wearing heavy duty plastic, so it's going to be scratch resistant, mark resistant, and it's going to last you the test of time. But again, for the electronic mounted top roll cover, we also have a button on the near side of the cab to open and shut it again, so you don't have to use the key at all times. As you can see, we have tethering points in the back there with a 500 kilo capacity on each tethering point. Also at the furthest left there, don't zoom to it, that there is an outdoor 12 volt socket, so perfect for keeping radios, drills, call boxes nicely topped up with charge. Just to be fancy, I'm going to double click it on there again and pull back the mounting top roll cover. A very desirable bit of specification. A lot of people really want the electronic mounting top roll cover, so if you are one of those, pick up the phone and give us a call. So that's the exterior done. Let's have a look inside the vehicle. So the vehicle timed out on keyless entry, so I have to unlock it once more with the key. Starting at the door cards, we have the beautiful Wildtrak leather with the beautiful orange stitching all the way around it. Moving our attention now to, let's do the seats to begin with. Again, we have that beautiful black leather with orange stitching, and as you can see, it's a very padded, very durable interior, and the leather looks, well, like new, to be honest with you. We have two ISOFIX ports, so one on the near side rear and one again on the offside rear. When the kiddies have grown up and they need to charge their devices on those longer journeys, why don't you have a 230 volt 150 watt plug socket or a 12 volt socket. So this can be used again for your power packs, drills, things like that. Keep them nice and charged, whether you're using this for a work vehicle or a pleasure vehicle. They'll be perfect to keep your devices nicely charged up. And also, whilst we're here, we have the Wildtrak fitted mats in there already, good to go. Bosh. Let's have a look inside the front now. So the driver's door card, four electric windows with the driver's being a one-touch auto up and down. Window locks for the rear are found here, and the interior locking is found just left of the door handle. Spinning the camera around just as that sunshine starts to come out, we're going to have a look at the front two seats. You have Wildtrak embroidered halfway down, but again it's that half leather with a little bit of cloth around the outside in your lower back and lower base section. These two seats are heated, which I shall cover in a second, and also electronically controlled. So if you count with me, you've got A1, A2, forward and backwards, 3 and 4 front height, 5 and 6 rear height, and 7 and 8 rear tilt. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle now, which you may hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a moment. Okie dokie. Right, now we are inside the vehicle. The first port of call is getting you the exact mileage, so it is just over 9,263.2. To complement the keyless entry, we have a keyless engine start stop button. So pop your foot on the brake, the light then goes green. One click of the button will gain power to the vehicle. So to begin with the interior tour, we're going to be showing you around the dashboard. So before I begin, we have a set of arrows on the left hand side of the steering wheel and also the right hand side of the steering wheel. The right hand corresponds to the right hand screen, the left hand screen. Just thought I'd clear that up before we begin. Okay, so I'm going to take you to zoom and hopefully get this light out of the situation. There we are. So the left hand screen is effectively an entertainment screen. So to begin with, you have your entertainment, so your audio settings. Come down once into navigation. So if you did set the navigation on the sync module, this is where you can have the directions appear. Down once more, this is your Bluetooth phone connectivity. At the bottom of the screen we have the ambient air temperature, we have a compass and also the time. Skipping to the middle part now, we have a nice large analog speedos. That includes miles per hour around the outside with kilometers an hour in the middle. Just below that there we have a gear selector indicator, as this is the 10-speed automatic format. Coming over to the right hand screen now, so this is going to be your driver display with all the essential driving information on it, such as your fuel gauges, your RPM gauge, you've got your distance to empty there as well. You can have an analog analog RPM gauge if you fancy. Keep on scrolling to a digital speedo. We have your tyre pressures, average speed there as well. If you go left into here, we can scroll all the way down to driver assistance, and this is the driver assistance pack on the vehicle. So that includes your AdBlue status. So I mentioned this when we're outside, so you can see exactly how much we have left in it. And we've got the AdBlue refill, so it tells you how much to refill it by. Trailer control, essential if you're in the market of towing. Chimes, then we have the adaptive cruise control. Driver alert, local hazard information. We have lane keeping system. The pre-collision assist, so I mentioned this earlier, so that will lessen the severity or completely avoid impact altogether. Oh, sorry, didn't know what I just did there. Then we have the intelligent speed limiter, traffic signs and tyre monitor. Coming out of that menu, now going into settings. Now vehicle settings, we can show you lighting, which is your auto high beam. We can go to locks, so this is reverting to your auto unlock and your mislock, and in unlocking, that is where you find the keyless entry. But in the automatic vehicle, you have additional features on the Ford Pass Connect app. So download that, and you get abilities such as remote start. You can set your seats and set your climate control, all from the comfort of your mobile app. Down once more, we're there into seat belts, and finally your rain sensing wipers. So I thought I'd just take the time to quickly go through that menu. So that's about it on the screens there. So I thought I'd just give you a nice in-depth tour, showing you all the way around them. So back into the steering wheel. So we've covered the arrows on the top, so I won't bore you too much with that. The Wildtraks come with adaptive cruise control. So if you don't use cruise control already, honestly start using it. It will change your MPG considerably, especially if you're sitting on a motorway for a lot of your journeys. So that will keep your revs constant, so you're no more depressing on and off the accelerator unnecessarily. So the adaptive cruise control will actually match the speed to the vehicle in front of you. So for example, if we're doing 60 and the car ahead of us then accelerates up to 80, we will then follow it to our set speed. If you need a better explanation than that actually makes sense, please do pick up the phone and I shall try my best to give you a better one. But in the interest of time, we're going to progress. So that's the distance control there. We can set your speed, we have a set minus and resume there. We have a cancel, and we have the speed limiter bottom left. The left hand side of the steering wheel is where you'll find, sorry about that sunlight, it's a beautiful autumn day but it is rather sunny, a volume rocker, a voice control, a mute button, a pick up and decline, and previous and next song function. Let's progress now into the central reservation. And the Rangers always like to show you this little storage box here. So you've got a nice little document section, you pull the whole bit up there and you have a beautiful little cubby hole. 2 sprung loaded cup holders there, so it's very important to have somewhere to put your coffee in the morning. I completely agree. Down there is the controls for this light is unfortunate, but we shall try to win. These are the controls for the 10-speed automatic gearbox. So like always, foot on the brake, we have the unlock trigger at the front, and you can pull that down to the relevant gear position. This 10-speed automatic can be considered as a semi-automatic because we have the plus and minus arrows on the right hand side of the selector. Down in this section here we have all the controls for the gearbox, and we have parking sensors on and off. We have automated self park assist, which I shall cover in a minute, traction control, diff lock and hill descent control. In front of that is a perfect place to keep all of your mobile devices nicely charged up. So that includes two 12 volt sockets and two USB-A ports. USB-A ports deliver 2.1 amps of charging. If we're looking north quickly, I'm just going to release the handbrake and just pop the vehicle, the shifter back a bit so you can see. So again, two 12 volt sockets. We have both controls for the heated front seats, which are 3-way adjustable. From left to right we have your front demist, rear demist, we have an automatic function. At the bottom there we have air conditioning, we have the electronically heated front screen, recirculation, and again the heated seat function. Here is different fan speeds and different temperature controls for the dual zone air conditioning. So both sides of the cabin can be set to individual temperatures depending on your preference. This also relates once more with the screen, because we actually have a beautiful climate screen there where you get the digital readout of your temperature. If I now talk about the screen in more detail, this is called a Sync 3.4 module. So we have the updated software because we have the dark blue band at the bottom. I do apologise about this light, I'm trying to get it in a, that's nice, I like that. So if we just pop the vehicle into reverse quickly, we shall demonstrate reversing camera. Currently there is my sales manager doing a nice spec check of the vehicle, and that shows you just how the parking sensors work with the proximity sensor. So that'll give you an intermittent beep that shall increase in frequency as you get closer to the vehicle, and as you can see, as you move around it gets to a constant beep there, like so. Putting the vehicle back into park for a second, now Kevin is away from the parking sensors, and then the camera disappears once more. So speaking of the parking sensors, this has a bit of a party trick. This P button down here is for forward self park assist. So on the Ranger it gives you the parallel park in. So using the indicators to dictate which side of the road you shall be parking on, and then it will use the front and rear parking sensors to gauge the space of the gap. Gauge the distance of the gap, that makes more sense. And if it can park in there, simply follow the instructions on the screen, such as put it into gear, release your hands from the steering wheel, and it will quite literally park itself for you. So if you do need to parallel park this vehicle and you do struggle with it, maybe getting one that can park itself is a good idea. Clicking the P button once more, we return to the main screen. In audio, whoa, as much as I love BBC Radio 3, not today thank you, we have AM, FM, DAB and Bluetooth audio. We've covered the climate screen already. The phone screen is referring to your Bluetooth connectivity. Then we have navigation, which is a fantastic navigation system. Very easy to use. Click the search box. Once the keyboard is loaded, you're going to need Charlie Mike 776 Sierra Alpha. Click the search box, then it will navigate your route nice and quickly to Perkins Garages. I'm not going to click start, but if you was to click start, don't forget you can have the directions appear on the left hand screen ahead of you. So now we're going to be going into the settings, and there we have different sound settings for the audio system. If this is a bit of you, it's very nice to have indeed. But it's worth noting this screen is fully supportive of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so whichever software you have on your mobile phone, plug it in using one of those USB ports I showed you previously, and it will pretty much mirror your phone onto this screen here. So there's many advantages of that. The first one, it's going to charge your phone. The second one, it makes your phone a hands-free system. So obviously we're not allowed to use our mobiles whilst we're driving, but we can take advantage of the sync module and the voice command. And the voice command, you can activate your voice command on your phone. So for myself, I use an iPhone, so I get Siri. So I can ask Siri to do, well, pretty much anything I want it to do really. Make phone calls, send text messaging. What's the weather like tomorrow? You know, whilst you're driving around, you don't have to touch your phone. You can command your phone to do anything you like via your voice. So make use of the technology you are purchasing. So that's a bit about Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it useful. If there's anything else you needed to know, please do give us a call on 01376 550 899. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe and leave us a lovely comment. I'll speak to you very soon.